Ooh, I like that one.
Yeah.
You are listening to the Lost Minds. You say it, that sounds better.
You are listening to the Lost Minds podcast.
Let's get this session started with a deep breathing exercise. And by deep breathing exercise, I mean, see on the inside.
Hello. What are you doing? Just making a podcast. Bet your ass cool. Welcome to the Lost Minds podcast. Today is question day.
Question day?
Yep, it's the first.
No, that was my first question.
Zing!
All
I like how
right.
you opened it up with Welcome to Lost Minds podcast. Usually that happens like 10 minutes in.
Yeah.
It's like,
All right, but
That is
2017. All right, the best of. Here we go. First question. I'm here with Brick and Admir, co-hosts. They're my side guys on this podcast. Anyways,
I'm glad we established that.
first question.
Side bitch.
What's the best thing to
Side
happen to
piece.
you guys in 2017? Go.
Brick, go.
Brick, hit the buzzer first.
Best thing 2017 and that I did quit my job.
Nice. Admir, go.
Fuck. Best thing in 2017 is I thought about quitting my job.
Nice.
Yeah.
Best
Didn't
thing
do
for
it, though.
me, I had a baby girl. All right,
Hello.
next question.
Damn.
That was,
was like
the
rapid fire. That was
yeah,
intense.
that
was
was
pretty quick.
the end of 2017.
Felt like I was in a
All right,
tornado.
2018. What improvements are you gonna make? Ding, Admir first.
Gonna
Go.
quit my job. Oh! Hopefully, maybe. I don't know.
All right, Brick.
We can create new jobs.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, we're on
we
a
go.
roll with this
It's
one.
all about jobs.
Brian.
All right, me.
Gonna have another baby.
No.
It's like, maybe I'm going
Hold
to
off
create an
on the
army.
Probably buy a new Lambo. Anyways,
Ooh, hell yeah.
next question.
That's pretty good.
Would you get a Lambo or a Ferrari? I guess if you had your supercar, what would you choose as a supercar?
If for
$1 million
2018.
supercar.
For 2018?
supercar.
Supercar.
Supercar. I'm gonna have to go old school.
Pontiac GTO.
No, either an SS Camaro or
Mark II Golf.
That'd be cool.
a GT500.
That'd be cool. I like those. I'd get a Tesla. I think if I was like balling.
Tesla would be pretty cool.
I like probably
Just
like
'cause
a
simplicity.
fastback Mustang, old like 70s or
Yeah,
60s.
McLaren or something.
69 fastback. That'd be dope.
That would be cool.
All right, next question. We got some questions actually from fans.
What do you mean fans? Like the ones that they have at Walmart? Like the...
No.
Or like people?
Like the
No,
ones
I
that
know you
send us
have
their
no
crusty
kids.
underwear.
Enough with the dad jokes.
Dude.
All right. So we got
I
one
gotta get
question
warmed
from Spike Jones. I don't know who that is, but his question was, Brick, you're pretty wild and crazy on Lyft. What cool things have you done for the company?
Oh, to spice up the things.
I haven't done anything for that company. I don't like the company, but they are sending me like. I mean, I guess they're all right, but I would like if they sent us more money. But they're sending me like a thing now. It's like a box.
Like a gift basket?
It's like amp or whatever. It's like supposed to like it glows up. It lights the hood of your car up and shit like that. I was like, oh, it's like a custom speaker and stuff. It's like Bluetooth. I'm like, I'll
That's
be
pretty
just,
cool.
Yeah, I'm
Really
I'll
lights
be
your
keeping
hood up.
that. Yeah, it's like custom. It like does so. It's like a custom experience for people. I guess I don't know. They just told me about it. They sent it
That's
to me.
fun.
What do you mean it lights your hood up? Like it's in your windshield and it
Yeah, you
shines a
put it
light
in the
down?
windshield. It's like oval, like this, basically, and then you like squish it. I think basically right against the windshield, and I think it changes colors. But it's so bright that it basically is like a kind of like a pan light, and it like illuminates your hood, so like it reflects off of it.
Oh, so it makes it so people could tell that you're a Lyft
Yeah,
driver.
so you can
So
be
you
like,
can
I'm
distract
pulsing
other
blue,
drivers.
purple right now, yeah, or something. I guess.
That's cool.
Come to me. I'm the one that's bumping freaking flaming red. It's like bzz, 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 bzz.
I'm over
Red light
here
district,
playing
what's
Base
going on?
Hunter.
Yeah, capturing souls. But I did started doing like Google reviewing or whatever, where you like, it just links your account and you can like write reviews or whatever and add photos and shit. And so I did reviews of the hikes and shit we went on. So I did one of the Bears Ears, and I guess no one had done Bears Ears, but recently it was like a popular thing. And so then people went to the Bear Ears thing, and I added a handful of photos and did a random review. And I'd only done a few reviews earlier on in the year. And I was like, I'll do that. And then I guess apparently like they send me something. They're like, your photos reached a Google record or whatever. It was like over 30,000 views.
Wow.
What?
There was like one of like 27 fucking photos or whatever of Bears Ears because it was so small. And so people Googling it like, oh, where's this at? What do you do? You know, and that's when we went. And so all of a sudden I had a bunch of that shit. And then the review, a bunch of people like marked as like helpful because no one else had done it. And then so Google sent me a bunch of shit. And they're like, hey, you know, you've reached some like a record for our thing. And a lot of people will be local guides. You should do it as well. And so, like, I read this thing. I was like,
so you're a local guide now?
yeah. So it's like it's basically volunteer for them, you know. And so anybody can do it. You just go on your Google thing and you like sign up for it. And I'm like, that's cool, you know. And so I wanted to check if it was legit, kind of if it was worth it. And you get like cool badges and stuff. And so now the photos that I put in there, they've gotten over so many views that like boosted me up really high. So I'm already like expert photographer. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And so, like, it pushes you kind of up there randomly. And I was looking at people on Reddit, and, like, they already had done it now, but they start sending you free shit, like fucking free movie tickets and, like...
Nice.
Yeah, they'll send you, like, free water bottles and shit, like, for... Because basically you volunteer for them, you know? You go to the place, you take a bunch of photos of it, you tell them, like, what your rating is.
Damn, that gives me some good ideas.
Dude, and as much as the places we just randomly go, I was like, might as well, dude. And then so I started doing that, and... Yeah, in like no time, even with a lot of the old pictures and stuff I already had, I was like, oh, I've been here, I've been doing this, you know. And it was just random. But
that is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting with all the free perks, even as well as with like the outdoor things. I started watching a few more bushcraft guys stuff on YouTube and stuff. And then there's like talking about like how, you know, people are like, yeah, you can, you know, enter the prizing and stuff like that. You see it on Instagram. So I start entering them or whatever. Freaking this one place sends a thing where they give you, well, they sent me a hammock, but it was because I won it. It was one of 10, like one first prize wins like $100, second prize wins like two like
tickets to paradise.
Yeah, 2 tickets to paradise. Dude, no, it was like 2 people win like $50 or whatever, and then the third prize 10 people won hammocks or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so they sent it to me, and then they sent me a little thing that they sent. Like,
wait, so there's a first prize, second prize, and then everybody else is third prize?
No, only 10 people of the third prize.
Oh, okay.
And I was one of them. But then they sent me a thing that said, hey, you know, send us, we would like more media from the thing, you know, so we'll give you an additional $100 if you send us more photos and stuff. And I had already taken a few photos of a couple other things.
Where is this at?
On Instagram.
I feel like it's being secretive. No, where would you take these photos?
I haven't for the hammock place. I haven't yet, but the other one were just of the gear, so like of the coffee place, and then I sent it straight to them. I didn't post it on my stuff. I just went to their DM and I put it in their DM, and I sent them like 3 or 4 pictures, and I was like, "Hey, did your shit, you know, whatever." I'm like, "This is kind of cool."
Whatever, here's blah, pictures blah. For you, like free images.
Yeah, and so then they sent the thing because they have the photo contest with them. I was like, "Well, there's also the photo contest," because I watched some like Ty Lopez thing or whatever, and like those weird shitty thing on there, and they're like, "No, you can just talk to people. Talk to the company if you want to work with them. Talk to them." And stuff. So I was like, you know, I like talk to these people. And so I've been trying to do more so in the last couple of weeks, and doing it with like the outdoorsmen. It's kind of interesting because it's kind of cool, you know. And a lot of times those places, they just want, you know, photos, they just want cool things and stuff. And it's like, I think that's such a cool opportunity that's what I like about Instagram a lot now, is even Instagram itself has paid the creators themselves over $1 billion in ad revenue, and which is comparable to like, I don't know, double the amount that they actually paid in actual ad revenue, because they're giving money to the creators, you know. They'll give them like, here, we'll give you this free gear and $1,000, and bam, you can post that shit. Oh, cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's pretty cool, because that whole Google reviews thing on the Google Maps on your phone, I've actually been getting into that too, but I've just been leaving comments and like reviews on places. So let's say I go to my favorite freaking trails club downtown.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to take pictures in there.
Well, you can.
Outdoors, out front of it.
Yeah, but I mean inside you can't. And they pay big bucks for the interior. No, I'm just kidding. I never did that. But I did post pictures of like my body shop and like the Walmart and shit around there, and the Maverick. Yeah. And put reviews. And then the funny thing was, is I'm sitting there in the office on Friday because I had nothing to do, and my boss comes in and he's like, man, it'd be really great if we had a couple people in here with Google reviews that would give us some good feedback. I'm like, why? What's wrong? And he's like, oh, we just got some really shitty feedback. So I went on there and I was like reading through it, and I think we've got like 2 stars And
Oh,
everybody's
really?
like, this place is shit.
Damn.
And I'm
Oh,
like,
shit.
holy fuck, dude, it is bad.
All right. Anyway, here's another question from question episode of the Lost Minds podcast. This one was directed to Admir by, I think this is an alias, Johnny Tsunami.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I said. Admir, being from another country, what's the most American thing you have done yet?
Well,
As of yet, I'm assuming.
most American thing I've done of yet is I wore cowboy boots one time with my 1 gallon hat one time, and I shot a shotgun at the same time.
Nice.
As I was
While
wearing
yelling.
that feller's skin
Yeah.
in the movie.
Good. What about
theater.
you, Rick? You've been here your whole life, right? Maybe.
Most
I don't
American
know.
thing I've done, freaking borrow somebody else's culture, cook it up as my own, and be like, this is American food.
Hell yeah.
And they're like, this tastes a lot like spaghetti. Shut your...
Shut your dirty mouth.
Yeah. This is American spaghetti. We use way less ingredients and it's all preserves.
He also owns a Desert Eagle, and he tells me, this is an American handgun.
Israelis
Desert
never
Eagle.
made it.
It's American.
Israelis, American.
Here's another
basically.
question. I don't want to fly through these too fast, but you guys are good at answering questions. Anyway.
Rapid fire.
All right. This one's from Stevie. Brick, how do you deal with drama?
I just push that shit to the side, dude.
Yeah? What about you,
don't
Evan?
Dig
worry
a
about
6-foot hole, I put it in there, and I fucking bury it.
Yeah. I put drama right next to the lake
Stupid question,
lake
but
lake
thank you
shore,
for the question.
and then have them look over that shore and then be like, "You see them rabbits? See the rabbits over there, Lenny?" And then
American shotgun, bitch. That's what I do with drama.
It's like, would you rather lose your arms or lose your legs?
Legs.
But
You actually, but all right. Would you rather have to crawl, belly crawl, where you have to like crawl like a snake, or a worm, earthworm, do the worm through a tunnel that is lined with a bunch of
Come
glory
on.
hole wieners?
did this one. We already
already
did
did
this.
Not
this
on the
one.
podcast.
Yeah, on the podcast.
Did we?
Yeah.
Or ball sacks.
Can you just sneak
Dude,
it
that
in?
one's the grossest one for me, dude.
Ball sacks.
Anyway, next question.
It's like spiders and beetles or something. Don't know.
Lost Minds podcast question. Question
Beatles.
Monday. I don't know. I don't know.
Saturday.
What
Admir,
is today?
Yeah.
what quality does your dream girl possess?
Lots of money.
Ooh.
Ooh.
She's a cougar.
Is that a
Goes
quality?
Yow.
She's got a bum leg. Can't get away too quick.
She can't get away.
Come here. I use my lasso. It's American, made in Italy, but
There you
whatever.
go.
Hey, I'm going to catch her.
She can fit my gallon hat.
What about you, Brick?
Most
Does yours have money?
I think he said bum leg.
Yeah, one bum leg, so you can't get away too fast.
That's a good one.
That or like, I don't know.
No, she's
like
gotta have
with
a
a-
bum leg so she's insecure about everything and laugh. And I can warm her and tell her, no, it's fine.
She has to wear like backwards bandanas, smoke cigarettes, and wash dishes like a 50s housewife.
She's gotta have a deeper voice than me. Honey, the mac and cheese is done. Thanks. I love you.
And Mac's ready, the microwave went off.
She sounds like the lady of Monsters, Inc.
Oh, yeah. Freaking, what is that lady?
Your mac and cheese is done.
Damn, dude, I'd be kind of shitty.
I don't know how she sounds. Your mac and cheese, I can't do it. I think
All right, I found a good question.
You're like, I don't want to eat mac and cheese. And they're like, you always get mad at my cooking.
Question. From Bob. I think this one's to Admir, obviously.
Why is they all
If the Earth
with me?
is flat, why doesn't the Leaning Tower of Pisa fall?
It's like balanced, like balancing a stone or balancing glass, or like when you get a drink,
I
you
don't
know?
know.
It actually, I could
I was
have no
thinking about-
answers for that.
I was,
Oh,
That is a good question.
I was thinking about this today.
Debunked. It actually is round. You can look at the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and it's leaning with the curvature of the Earth. Duh.
Oh, it's the exact tilt
Good
of
job.
it. or
It's
whatever.
the exact tilt of the Earth. It actually is round.
Dude, I was thinking because if you
Bob.
look at it, you probably go there and you look at it and you're like, hey, how come that's standing if the Earth's flat? And you're like, oh, yeah, it's because
The Earth is round. That's why it's
it's
leaning.
not, it looks like it's not real. And then in your head, if it looks like it's not real, maybe chances are it's not real.
You
So
know,
you're looking at a glitch in the simulation.
I talked to a friend of mine who has a friend who knows a guy who
School with a guy.
who actually is like 28, and it was his first time.
My friend, he has a friend. He's not a loser. I don't have loser friends. These friends, Fucking got friends.
No, so like a friend of mine whose friend knows a guy. With the first time he watched The
He's
Matrix
only got
the
one
other day.
follower. My friend who knows the guy, he's got one follower. So,
He watched The Matrix for the first time the other day, the very first one.
oh, that blew his mind.
How was it?
He said it was his best movie ever.
I don't
The
know
first
about
one?
that.
Yeah.
I think it's one of my favorite movies.
It was
One of my
good,
best
but
movies.
it's not the best movie of all time.
When I was a kid, it was one of the, for me anyways, I was like,
For me too. Did you see how they did the
what?
special effects when they're in like the elevator room area? All those rocks are actually breaking the pillars and shit.
oh, when they're in that part, Conker's Bad Fur Day part?
Yeah,
That's the part
all
that-
those pillars are actually breaking. And he's actually standing there like with guns and they're all breaking as they're recording it. It was all one shot
Oh,
kind
that's
of deal.
cool. I like that.
They had a thing on Reddit where he actually falls, like trying to run through the rubble and he falls on his face.
I'd seen like a quick, like it must have been maybe a highlight thing of it where it showed a few snippets of the special effects and it looked super cool. I would have really liked to it. Because one time I had bought a DVD thinking it was the special effects of it, and it actually turned out to be the Animatrix, which was all the animated versions of
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Which was actually really cool because it was like a bunch of the pre-stories and stuff, you know? But that was one thing I always wanted to see was the special effects.
They're not special effects. They're actually shooting real guns at him.
But I know they did
Like,
cool
dodge the
shit. 'Cause,
bullets.
like, there was a skate video I watched, and they took they called it the Matrix sequencing or something that they had because I guess in a Matrix, like when they did the part with the bullets, they had like a huge C-shaped metal thing that had like 20, more like maybe like 400 cameras or something. It was like
400.
it was like a ton of little ones on it, and it just took a bunch of pictures in the whole action. So it makes it when you stop, you're like, ugh, and it's like frozen, and it can be like, so it looks like the camera's.
They did the 3D camera thing before the 3D camera thing even was popular.
What was it?
Exactly.
Yeah, right. It was in Yeah, Right, dude. Yeah, Right. That video.
Yeah, right. The girl one?
Yeah, because they did like an invisible skateboards. They did like they did the Matrix ones. They did a bunch of weird special effects in that one, which I thought was super cool because you know, I like skateboarding and it was cool to see it take. I always like it when it's something fun.
If anybody out there needs somebody to hold like an umbrella over them while they're taking pictures of, what did you guys call it?
Oh, Bjor or Bjor.
Boudoir?
Boudoir.
Boudoir.
There we go. I can't
Like
speak-
I am the best at holding an umbrella.
It's like a doorman.
All right, let's
You
do
don't hold
this.
the
Hold on,
umbrella.
hold
You
on.
stick the umbrella in front of the light, and then you just direct the light, and then that's all you do.
That's all I'd have to
All
do.
right.
Direct
Here's
the
a
light
question.
right where it
Here's
needs
a question,
to
but we're going to do a little battle, all right?
You
go. Okay,
snag
like a
it.
rap battle?
No, not a rap battle.
It's like
we don't
battles
want
of history. I'll
We
be
want people
Tesla.
to listen to this. We
Rap
don't want
battles
to.
of history.
Yeah. Anyways, lost minds. Here's a debate. Bum 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 bum. What's your favorite movie? Brick. Right off the top of your head. Ready, set, go.
Of all time?
Of all time, go.
Oh fuck.
Damn.
Jurassic Park.
I really like
Jurassic Park.
Matrix.
Admir chose Jurassic Park. You like Matrix. You said Matrix.
Indiana Jones.
All right. Why is Admir's movie shit, and why is yours better than his?
Oh,
Would you say Jurassic
Jurassic Park.
Park? Because his is fake news.
Oh.
Matrix is real life.
We could be living in the Matrix. I will agree with him on that.
Okay.
But what I will tell you is, Matrix
I really
can
like
suck it.
I really like Jurassic Park too. That's
How
a
many
good movie.
people
Yeah, it
like
is a good movie.
dinosaurs? Everybody.
I don't know. People don't believe in dinosaurs, right?
People
They're
are scared
Christians.
of dinosaurs.
Christians?
Don't believe in dinosaurs. They think it's fake news.
Or, no, they believe that people were walking with dinosaurs, right?
I believe people were walking with dinosaurs.
I don't.
They should make a movie called Walking with Dinosaurs.
It's like walking with penguins, or what is it? March of the Penguins.
Yeah.
March of the dinosaurs.
This is Marching with
Wait,
Dinosaurs.
Hey, you never know, because what, right? It was there was humans alive when there was freaking woolly mammoths on.
Well, let me blow your mind right now. Chickens are dinosaurs.
They are.
Hummingbirds are dinosaurs.
Chickens are
we
related
are walking.
closer to dinosaurs.
Hummingbirds
than anything
are
else.
dinosaurs.
No, they're not.
They are. They have
are.
the same skull as dinosaurs. That's
Anyways.
what puts them in the category.
Do they
think-
fly so fast, teeny arms.
I don't know. Brick, I think you lost. No, I think you lost that
Being
one.
attacked by
Why?
moths.
Because Admir had a lot more points.
Boom.
What would you say,
Dude, I was like a minigun of points.
That's true.
dude?
I
mine was
sunk
like a
your
coffin-
battleship.
Mine was a coffin nail. It was like. Dunk. Only needs one. Body's already in the bag.
Nope, that's it, dude.
I'm like a vampire. You just
And
put a
that's all the
stake through
questions.
my heart.
That's all
You're
the
not
fans we have.
vampire, dude. He's a Jurassic Park. He's
What
over
was
here
that,
trying
5?
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's shoot for 6 fans in the next episode.
To, I want to go back to that one though.
Well, I kind of just shuffled that last question
'Cause
into debate because
If he's a vampire, then that means he would have to switch his favorite movie to Twilight.
that's true.
No,
Or-
I don't like
Yeah.
that because it's fake.
What was your
Vampires
big-
don't
That's
glow
true.
in the sun.
Have you ever been to Forks, Washington?
Why do you think we always record at night? Because I
We
can't
don't
walk out in the
always do.
sun.
We've been to brunch.
During the rainy day where there's no freaking sun.
We like
That's
to leave
wrong.
at night, so it's harder to be.
Why do you
identified
guys
by
think
the
I
police.
said I like to do umbrella thingies at the bourgeois?
umbrellas? Because you're part of the bourgeois.
Because I need an umbrella
Trying to say
covering me
boudoir.
from the sun.
I think
I'm just there for the ladies, dude.
you're
The umbrella's
a
for me.
You're a sleeper agent for the Umbrella Corp. So
That
it's
would be
probably-
honestly cool if
he's
there
like
was
got
something
some
like that. It'd be kind of creepy though. They had-
affiliation with it. It's like, oh shoot, you just don't realize it, and then next thing you know, maybe once the gas or because isn't that how it happens? Like the virus gets released. Is that how it is? And then all the people in the column survive, and then the people on the outside didn't. And then when they come out of the column or the sphere, the Resident Evil.
Nobody survived in the
I
honeycomb.
don't know how Resident Evil works, but it happens to work.
The way it started was they
Video
were
games
working
are awesome.
on the virus in the lab in the honeycomb, and one of the scientists, dude, there's somebody who sabotaged it. They broke it and went into the vents and infected everybody in the honeycomb.
Did you guys growing up ever play scary games and like one person would play and like your brothers would sit there and watch?
Yeah, I remember
And it was, like,
Pokemon Snap,
terrifying.
the scariest game.
I hated that game just because you always try to catch what's his name? Is it Slowpoke when you're like going on that stupid little fucking train car and you have to turn real quick?
I used to love those ones. You get it right off the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to start figuring those out. Right when you get to the freaking screen, you have to turn to the left and just throw it, and then it's just like, so or whatever, and so it's like, catch a bush, catch like a tail, catch like...
But yeah, dude, Silent Hill. Remember that one?
Never played it. Wish I did.
Dude, you guys are like pulling, like right now, I'm like in my brain, seriously, like the last three things that you guys have said, like I like thought of it and like seriously like pulled it out of my brain.
Well, that's what
What are you talking
we
about?
do.
Like, cause just even like the Silent Hill thing, because when we were talking
I'm the
about
Thomas
thing,
Edison of ideas.
and I had to like watch the Silent
He's stealing them from your
Yeah,
mind.
dude.
and
Remember
using
that?
them.
out of my brain. It's like,
Really?
because I was thinking about because you were talking about the scary games thing or whatever, and I'm like, God, I was watching, or we were thinking, are you talking about like
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil? Yeah, the first thing, and then he's like, you ever watch the games, scary games? I was gonna say, I'm like, dude, I had just barely recently with all those guys watched those new scary games coming out, and then they also made the new Silent Hill, which is a scary game,
No,
but it was like a
you're
demo.
wrong.
And they
Fake
hadn't
news.
made the game yet, and so I was like, "Damn, Silent Hill
Simulation theory.
would be scary." Literally,
No.
both of you said the Silent Hill one, and then you said the other. Was you the fear
Pokemon
game,
Go.
or were
He
you
said
both of them?
Pokemon.
He did.
He's reading our mind. You're nothing.
I'm just a
You're the-
vampire.
You're like the thing that like sets the pins
All right,
up.
Brick. Admiral's a vampire.
Hit him.
What are you?
A werewolf, or what are they? What's the
Classic.
Mortal enemies.
Classic Jacob
friends.
versus Edward. You know what I want? On the next Instagram post, I want you to hashtag either Edward or Jacob, and let's see who wins.
We'll get one
wonder who
person
would
doing that,
choose.
and it'll probably be me.
Wonder
Edward,
which
that's
person's
one
gonna be the
point.
first one? Team Bella.
Fuck that.
We will.
We got wolves and vampires fighting. You're over here picking fucking humans.
It's like goddamn humanoid.
It's funny how that is. Like you got a story of like it's like supposed to, I guess, a love story and stuff. It's like, okay, so the story's about a girl who runs into a vampire and a werewolf. Yeah. It's like, what about the werewolf? It's like, why don't they talk about the vampire or the werewolf? It's all about, I'm in love with this person. And it's like, and I would be more like, why the fuck are there vampires?
So here's the theory:
How do they last?
if
Why
vampires,
did they graduate 78 times?
what is it called when they enchant you? They can enchant women, right? And they can make them do whatever they want, like fall in love with them.
They have to glitter them.
Yep. So,
Glitter?
at what
It's like
point in the
pocket sand.
movie?
You have it in your pocket.
Oh,
you
it's
throw it at them. Yep.
At what point in the movie did Bella actually lose all her free will and was under the mind control of what's the guy's name?
HK Mike.
Edward.
Edward.
Probably like right off the bat. I wonder
Right
if
off
that
the
is-
bat,
Is that one of their things? Their seduction?
as soon as you look into his eyes.
Like Medusa?
I just died in your arms tonight.
Yep.
Dude, that would how it would be because he's like, technically a few hundred years older than her. And he like tries to connect,
What if they were
Try to
called
play some shit like that.
Why are we talking about
Musk-humans?
Twilight is what I want to know. Anyways, next question.
Psychology of
I'm just going
Twilight.
to come up with questions from now on.
Musk humans?
What's your
no,
favorite
that's a
fucking
good-
piece of furniture, Brick?
It's I like the love seat.
The love seat.
For
Kind of like out of the vampire movie. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, no, think about how vampire movies have changed, dude. Like they were even talking about that.
Well, there's always going to be a different vampire.
They should call them
But
musk humans.
now, dude,
because they're
everyone's like little
mosquitoes.
kid. It's like all super soft and whatever and stuff like that. Before, you remember like
humans.
what was it, Friday, Saturday nights? Like right now, when we would be like little kids, you could like stay up and watch like the fucked up TV shows. So I remember watching like the weird horror shows of like the weird fuzzballs that were like Attack
explains
of
a lot.
Town, or like it was like Attack of the Bats or Attack of the Birds.
Langoliers, you mean?
Yeah, the weird ass shit. You know, the sea monster, or whatever.
Tremors.
The monster from the Black. Yeah, the Tremors.
I
That
think
was
you
a
could
crazy
still
one.
watch that if you have cable, but you don't have cable.
But think about that, like, so
But
you
little
watch
kids
the
don't give a
vampire
shit about
ones.
that stuff anymore.
If
No.
now someone Googled vampire, they'd probably pull up fucking Twilight, and they'd be like, "This is what a vampire is."
You know what? Let's
Like,
fucking
nah,
test
bitch.
this shit.
Oh, that's
I'm
true.
about to. You guys keep
think
the
it'd be-
lines busy while I Google search.
I wonder about that too, and also now I'm kind of also curious because I was talking to a guy about like AdSense, and so because with us doing the Google AdSense now, like with YouTube and everything, there's AdWord is the other one, and it's all like a weird listing game, which gets you to be first in fucking
You
Google.
just got to do the what's it called?
I don't know if it's just
Elsa?
my Google filter, but it's just a bunch of naked chicks. Oh, nope, wrong thing.
It's like, oh,
It's just a bunch of
vampire.
chicks in makeup.
No, it's actually the first one is the very original Count Dracula.
Oh, with the weird
Nosferatu?
fucking teeth.
Yeah, the one with the fucked up teeth. This guy.
Yeah, oh yeah, that one.
That's the very first image.
That's a real vampire.
Yeah,
that's what I
that's
think.
they actually.
And then
got
after that,
guy.
it's just like a bunch of girls, and then there's Edward. But there's a couple pretty decent vampire pictures.
Is there Blade?
No,
And that's one of my favorite.
that
you're
is
vampires.
never
actually
gonna
the
get Blade
first.
on the front page.
I'm going to say that right now. The first rated R hero, movie. It wasn't Deadpool, so y'all can stop saying that.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, like that was
Yeah.
like intense and stuff.
First
and yeah,
comic book.
Yeah, because that was like even before like the graphic novels. Because even when like 300 and all those kind of popped out, and like even before that, Sin City and
It was Blade.
yeah, like Blade was actually pretty far up there. Like really.
Well, Blade was
considering-
nasty, but he wasn't like funny nasty. He was some serious. he was
but
like
it
a
rated
Batman.
R.
Yeah, it was
That
rated
was like
R.
a serious comic though, or like going to comics though. I went to watch. I think it was Watchtower, the coffee place, and that place is I guess some comic book dude. He owns a comic book store, and he like it was Coffee Connection or something before, and he liked the idea of the coffee shops and stuff, but he didn't want to own it, and so he just took his or one of his comic book stores and put the comic book store inside the coffee shop. So you go in there and it's all games, all like arcade games. They're like selling comic books for $1.
Oh yeah, where's that at?
It's like on State Street in like 1700 South, right across the street from Salt Lake Community College. But it was crazy, and they even have other ones. They're like really good ones if you want. And then there's the areas, the quiet area, the Bat Cave. They have like a lounge area. You go in there, they have like Galaga and all the old school games in there. You're like, what the fuck is this?
That's tight.
Ton of memorabilia, and I was like, man, this is kind of random, But it was like a comic book thing. So it like, I started going through all the comics. I guess I didn't really look at the graphic novel ones and stuff like that. But dude, there was like the craziest, and I'm sure if you open up and actually read it, there'd probably be really cool stories. But there's like the craziest stories. Like you go through them, and there's like a ton of them. Like I'm probably past like, oh, there's a Blade story, Oh, there's whatever, you're watching Avengers and all that stuff. Oh, what the fuck? Like even before, like with the movie.
You just saying Galaga right now triggered my Ready Player One. Fucking.
That's what that store reminded me of when I got in there.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of like how you have when you step in the Oasis and you have all that like culture of it without like that
I know
phony,
exactly how that is.
phony culture. Because I was like talking to someone else about that nerd thing where there's like an idea, like a cool thing. It's like how hipsters, like a hipster thing is to be like retro. Well, there's like hipster nerds.
But the thing is, if you
wanna be
take
nerds
those
to be hipster,
retro like hipsters to somewhere that is actually full of all that retro stuff, they wouldn't enjoy it.
Or would they?
No, they wouldn't.
I
They
think
like. I think.
don't know, dude.
I think a lot of
Oh,
hipsters
that's
nowadays like the old look.
So
but
you're
they
saying
wouldn't
something
wanna
like an
partake.
emo kid, and then you actually cut someone's throat in front of him, and you're like, all right, drink his blood.
That's a little too far. I'm talking.
the emo stuff.
I mean, you're emo, and you like
That's like
blood.
vampire stuff, dude.
All right,
They're emo,
whatever.
not vampire. I'm talking like you take some hipster kid who walking around in the old school boots, and you put him in a time machine, and you take him back. I ain't gonna like that.
I wonder though. Maybe you're right. I'm thinking about that because, like, do you think like the reason why they're hipster about it is it's fad wise, which I think it probably
I think
is.
those are losers.
But don't you think that there's maybe a little bit that they enjoy it? You know, they're like, I like those freaking. I'd rather have a bolo tie than a fucking regular tie.
Here's one thing. For instance, I like a bunch of nerdy things, right? Like, I don't know, Griffins or whatever. Gryffindor. Why do I gotta dress up like Harry Potter? Why can't I just, like, let's say I also like skateboarding. Why can't I dress...
I think it has to become something that you love to get fully engulfed in it.
Dude, then...
So,
then,
like,
then
if you loved Chinese food, you would start wearing fucking Chinese
a rice
clothing.
hat?
Maybe. I don't know.
Ding, 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 ding.
I feel like people would.
All right, that was a little racist.
Honestly, I feel like they would, dude, because I'm not going to lie. I feel like that was like something in high school when you feel like people are still kind of like filling out their like...
Yeah, like they got
abilities.
Naruto headbands on. And
But like they're also people wearing like komodos and stuff like that. And
I mean,
Kimonos.
Kimonos are pretty
there we
cool.
go.
Not a Komodo dragon.
Yeah,
Komodo dragon's a little
Wrong island.
expensive.
People over here are wearing Komodo dragons.
It's like half of
You
fucking
see,
skill.
by the way, the side note right here. Do you see that Komodo dragon eating the fucking monkey, dude?
I
Yeah,
did see that.
they- It's
Oh
savage.
man, that thing's so awesome. Anyways, so you were saying that hipsters that wear lumberjack shirts actually cut wood?
I don't think they don't cut wood, but I think
They wouldn't hold an axe. They wouldn't even know how to hold it.
But I bet they enjoy
Okay.
the culture enough that they're like, oh, I know why they wore this style of shirt because
know what'd be
it's
funny,
wool
though?
and wool is warm and so it repel water.
Dude.
That's why like
Put
no.
a piece of
I
put a,
bet they don't know none of that.
put a big piece of
Axe.
wood in the back of your trunk with an axe. Next time you see one, pull over, pull the wood out, and be like, chop this in half for me, and just solve it right there.
he's like
I guarantee you won't even know how to hold the axe properly.
he'd be like
Let alone he'll probably
fucking a
swing
cop
and
will
hit
pull
himself
up,
in the
dude.
leg.
You'll pull up next to someone, next thing you know,
YouTube
5
gold.
minutes later, a cop will pull up and he'll be like, "That's the man. He presented an axe to me. My life was freaking endangered." Next thing you know, you're the big slammer, dude.
Or a SWAT team just going to come down on you with a fucking Apache helicopter.
Swatted.
Pull
house.
over! It's like, oh, fuck. We know you're armed with an axe and a piece of wood, you savage.
Splitting wood, that would be kind of an intense little weapon to be chasing people down. You're like a club and a hammer, or like a fucking, that'd be like Native American shit. Or
All right, Brick,
tomahawk.
if you could be hipster about anything, what would you be hipster about? Hipster meaning engulfed in some category,
culture.
something rather.
Engulfed in
That's what I was
something?
wondering, because I'm like, am I in that right now? Like,
You,
because
you probably are. You're kind of like a
No,
photographer
because you've
hipster,
got a
aren't you?
fucking, what is that, a Megatron shirt? And it's got Japanese writing all over it.
oh, it's Voltron.
So you got Voltron on, you got blue jeans and a beanie. I don't think you're hipster to anything.
Or I think he'd, if anything, he'd be a photographer hipster. So
No.
he'd carry around one of those old school cameras where you have to put the hood on and stand there for an hour.
Yeah, just
I
like
could see that.
walk into the places with like the camera around my neck. Like, oh man, you know,
I could see you in
And
a
a press
trench coat.
pass that's
Take
expired by
photos.
2 years.
yeah. What's that for? I just get on.
I get in.
I get on, get
What
in.
about you,
Plug
Adner?
it in. Plug
What could I see myself getting engulfed in?
Yeah. Playing on an old school computer.
Yeah,
I can
probably
see
in
him in-
old school.
assless chaps.
That's a weird thing to see me in, but
Because you'd be like cowboy, but then you're like, you got to be hipster, and you'd be like, well, I'm going to be a rodeo clown hipster.
I could do that.
And so it's,
It's
pretty
breezy.
Yep.
it's like,
I could see.
A little cold in the winter, but that's cool.
Well, that's what the horse is for. You're sitting on top
Yep.
of it.
oh yeah, rawhide. That's where it came
Rawhide.
from. Is that where it came from? That's where it came from, right?
Oh, man.
Plays in the Wild West. That was a pretty good like questionnaire, really. Honestly, thinking about it, because it was funny when I was telling. I don't know if we told about it on here, but I was telling. I think it was my mom or someone about the first comment we had. It was you guys too. One of the first comment when I was like, "Dude, we got our first comment on YouTube."
What was it? It was like, you guys are a bunch of fags.
Yeah,
or
whatever.
something.
And you're like, oh yeah, we got our first comment. I'm like, yeah, dude. It was the flat Earth one. Like, oh, the flat Earth, the short story, and he was like, yeah, what a couple of dumb fucks. It's just like, oh, it's like, woo, first comment.
Dude, I'm excited. I don't care if they're negative. It's comments.
Yeah, well, that's what's cool too. Is like the interaction is fun. I think that's like a human emotion. You know, you
The
wanna
best
interact.
part is if someone is
best part was I wasn't on that short, so it was you guys that are the couple of dumb fucks.
No, we were all
You
on
were in
there.
there.
A little
Me
bit,
and you were
tiny
talking.
bit.
No, it was
tiny
me and
bit.
you.
No, I don't know about that.
It's between you and
I think it was
I'm
between me and you.
pretty sure I'm one of the
I
dumb
don't know.
fucks. So I was like,
I'm
it's
definitely not one of the dumb folks.
there's one of you guys.
Honestly, if you take something out of context and you automatically assume that's the truth, you're the dumb fuck.
I don't know about that because that seems to be the way everybody thinks nowadays.
That's because they're all dumb fucks.
I guess everybody's a dumb fuck. You hear that up there? Welcome to the club.
Yeah.
If
Dumb
you
fucks.
hear 30 seconds of a 2-hour long conversation and you pick a side on that 30 seconds, you're a dumb fuck. That's just
We hop
facts.
around a lot though, so sometimes it's kind of
Yeah,
funny.
we are kind of ADD. Anyways, next
I'm not
question.
even. I'm not even talking about our conversation. If you're listening to anything, like a presidential debate or Joe Rogan or something, and you hear 30 seconds of the conversation, of a 3-hour long conversation, and you automatically assume that somebody's a racist or a pervert or something.
Well, if it's completely
You're a
taken
dumb
out of
fuck.
context, because you can generally get a vibe of someone, right?
In 30 seconds?
Yeah.
No.
Definitely. Like,
Absolutely not. That's like meeting someone at the front door that's trying to sell
What if
you
you're
a newspaper,
arguing- what
and
if you're
you
arguing
close the door and
for-
you're like, I think that guy was racist.
It's like, who is it?
It's like, how do you even know that?
Trump.
Well, I talked to him for 30 I talked to him for
Trump,
30
I know
seconds.
it.
not if you're, all right, this is a little out there, but if you're arguing for the flat earth for 30 solid minutes and someone cut out 30 seconds of it, they'd hear you arguing for the flat earth. So for that whole 30 minutes, they hear, 30
Then they
seconds
would
of it.
know that I'm a dumb fuck.
Exactly. So I win.
And maybe it is, maybe he's referring to you, but I'm not sure because it said like NASA on there, so I think they're like NASA, but it said like lies instead of like
I don't
NASA.
even know what it said. I didn't
It was
clip
a
it.
NASA symbol and it said lies, and so I've noticed the conspiracy ones tend to get the most like feedback, you could say.
I've noticed you clickbaiting the shit out of all of them. You're like,
Clickbait, dude. It's not
you're like,
clickbait.
aliens are real. Click here to see them.
Gate.
I was thinking about doing some Elsagate ones.
Please don't.
But that's the hardest part about that too, because even when you do take it out of context, a lot of it's kind of like punchline jokes. But I try and like line it up so that it doesn't give away the punchline, But it's enough that it's.
I like them. If you're not listening to the YouTube fucking shorts, you should. Because
there's some bangers in there,
Yeah,
shit,
there's
dude.
some good stuff in there. And they're really
There is.
short. You can listen to them. I mean, you know what? Your girlfriend just broke up with you. Your boyfriend just left you. He's banging your sister.
If your boyfriend just
So,
left you,
you know
here's my
what?
phone
Just-
number.
Get on
zing.
YouTube. I'm going to get a good smile out of this. Listen to one of them. Maybe not the couple of dumb fucks one.
Yeah.
But
It's not that bad.
get on there.
We have like
Listen to
100
'em.
something videos, and so like fucking, there's like plenty of options.
And they're
to
good
choose from.
videos. Brick does a great job editing.
Yeah.
And then although me and Admiral have to re-edit every other one,
It's not that
they're
bad.
good.
I mean, Brian edits every other one, and then I edit the ones that he skipped over. So we're basically editing all of them.
So they're getting re-edited.
Double edit.
Double edits, but I like it more than Vimeo. Do you guys ever use Vimeo?
No.
No.
Or what about?
Would I look like a hipster?
That's like it's
Come
funny
on,
because
man.
certain
Tough
people
crowd,
have like
tough
taken
crowd.
up these like monopolies. Like, so we go to YouTube, but then all of a sudden Vimeo is like, oh, we got to use Vimeo, and people are like, oh, you gotta, spin out
Spice
the
it up?
market. Yeah, don't be using the same stuff. But with Vimeo, it's trash. It's like, why the fuck would we be using Vimeo? Everything's on YouTube, and it's like now when people are coming out with those search engines, this is search engine comparable to Google. It's like, why the fuck would we be using anything other than Google?
Yeah,
Like
Google's...
Google, if it's
Because
number
when
one,
you search something on Google, there's 1,000 pages for it. So
That's
if you
so
want to
true.
watch a certain thing, you better know the exact name of it.
I like that though.
On
I like getting those
Google?
searches.
Yeah.
I just feels weird that Envir, whatever, I can't remember what the search thing, but they said every search we plant a tree, and when I see shit like that, I'm like bullshit. Like,
What do you mean? Oh, yeah,
I don't
that
trust
seems like
people when
horseshit.
they say that they're helping. For some reason, it sounds so shitty, but like, if
All
someone
right,
were
guys,
to,
for every comment, we will plant a redwood tree
In the redwood forest.
in the redwood forest.
yeah, full grown, I'd be like, all right,
Yeah.
It won't be us, though. We're going to get Brick out there to shake the biggest redwood to drop seeds.
There you go.
Doesn't that just seem weird? To I feel like that's so crazy. When
Shaking a redwood?
well, first, yeah, shaking a red would be fucking
Hard.
crazy.
That's
But,
what I'm saying. It'd be really hard, and you wouldn't be able to do it unless you had a helicopter.
But I feel like there's a weird play on The environmental thing.
What are you guys, boyfriend and girlfriend? Admir's over here.
Trying to finish my sentence.
Tamagotchi? Oh, that's not what you wanted.
Yeah, I wish someone got me. What did they get you? A chia pet? I wanted a Tamagotchi. What's the
They gave me a
chia pet
fucking
grows its hair. The
Dennis
Tamagotchi
Rodman
poops and
chia
feeds.
pet.
You know, this takes me back to when I first got disappointed. I asked my freaking parents for Pokemon cards. They got me Digimon cards. I'm just kidding. I never even got those.
You got Yu-Gi-Oh?
I got Yu-Gi-Oh!
I still
parents-
have my Red Eyes Black Dragon.
Actually-
If anybody's looking to get one, I got one.
Actually, Yu-Gi-Oh's not that.
Selling it
It's
for
pretty cool.
$250,000.
I can just see Admir at Christmas. He like opens up his presents, like a box, and he's like, "What the heck?" It's like inside of it's another box arriving. He's like, "What the heck?" Fucking opens it
This
up
has got to
again.
be good.
Same thing again. He's like, "What the fuck?" Opens that one up again. He's like, "Oh my god!" Same thing. It's a smaller box. He opens it up. Inside that one's a chore list. It's like 2018 chore list, things you can do to improve the house. And he's like, "Oh, what's this?" And your mom's like, "Look at that! It's what you can do around the house. Isn't that exciting? Isn't that exciting? Look at that! Freaking tighten up the rain gutters. What else we got here?"
And she tells me, she goes, you know, you can't tell me that every time you open up a box, you didn't feel extremely excited opening up the second box.
We're used to
That's-
wondering what kind of surprise.
That's the power of
Yeah,
Christmas
she's
right
like,
there.
You know how many gifts I just gave you? How many boxes did you just open?
7. Exactly. How much blood rushes did you get each time you got another box? Huh? You're going to be ungrateful? I'm going to double that list. Give it to me. Puts it in the copier. There. Now you have 2 of them.
Next year, you're getting a scroll.
They're like, all right.
That would actually be kind of cool.
Yeah, it would.
Like cuts to a scene. Admir's a little kid in the classroom. They're like, all right, thank you, Admir. You can sit down then. It's like, all right, Timmy, so what's your meaning of Christmas? It's like, goes through it because Admir's meaning of Christmas is getting chore lists. And this year, or did you celebrate the New Year's over that? 'Cause I remember I had some friends that celebrated when I was in elementary when we first kind of figuring out there was other cultures and they celebrated Chinese New Year's. And I was like, what the heck, Chinese New Year's? I'm like, that's weird. I'm like, we get gifts and stuff. And they're like, well, we get stuff from our family. And they're like, and then the next week, because it's like a few weeks after, and they celebrate theirs. And it's like, what'd you get? What'd you get? And this one kid, we were like in second grade. He's like, I got like $1,000. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I got like $1,000. Basically, my aunt gave me this, and my uncle gave me this, my whatever cousin gave me this. I'm like, dude, I want to celebrate Chinese New Year, dude. Fucking Christmas. Like, what is going on here, dude? I'm like, how?
I mean, that would be nice.
How much?
It'd be like it wouldn't even be called Christmas anymore. It'd be called donation.
You just blow shit up, and then isn't that what Christmas was? Right? Was it Krampus that was like evil, and then they like it was like the darkest part of the year, and then they like died, and then they made it as once Christmas was over, then the winter solstice ends, and then the sun starts going into regression, where it's out of the darkest time of the year.
I'm not sure, but I think the Chinese figured it out the best way. Why give people gifts? And sometimes you don't know what people like. When everybody just gives everybody money.
Why don't you just keep your fucking money
No,
and then just have the same amount of money?
because
that
you don't
somebody
give
else?
money to anybody. That way all the money you get is profit.
Oh, it's a plus sign, folks.
It's true. And
What?
now, well, people they give scam money now. It's fucking like gift cards.
Yep.
Here's $25, and then someone will get it, and they'll be like, "Oh shit, $24.99 or like $23.24. All right, whatever." And then they'll have the card, and they'll be like, "I don't fucking want to use $1 or whatever. Throw it away." The store gets an extra $1.29.
Yeah,
the
Visa
other
gift
person,
cards,
you know?
dude.
Think how much of that gift card someone's like. Some people will use them all.
That's
the way
why I
to the
spend them
end.
online.
A lot of people will just fucking toss that little bit at the end, and it's like, dude, those stores get
I think
keep
it's
that
billions
little,
of dollars
that
each
round
year.
off,
It's
dude.
millions.
They're keeping
Yeah.
all that round off. It's
Yep.
like,
That's why what I do with my gift cards is I do subscriptions online for video services.
Like,
Netflix.
it's like I watch all my Netflix originals on Hulu. That won't ever happen, especially not with net neutrality. You won't even be able to say that in the same sentence. It would have to be in 3 separate packages.
It's so true. It's depressing.
all right, guys. Here's another question. 2018 is going to be your year. So, what's the biggest goal that you have set?
Damn, I got to work on setting goals.
I gotta work on getting a goal this year.
My goal is working on goals. My goal is to have plenty of goals. Honestly, I kind of didn't get too excited about the new year because every single day is my new year. I wake up each day like I'm living a new year.
I don't know if that was stupid.
Or like, you know what I'm saying though, right? You got the feeling.
God, dude.
Why should we wait?
His alarm
He's
clock
like-
song is "I'm walking on sunshine."
It's like triggered a cringe warning. Admiral's like, he's cringing right now.
To the Hulk.
I'm like, I knew it. He is a hipster.
I'm like, oh my god, his cringe is over 9,000. His cringe is over
All right,
9,000.
we heard Briggs. Admiral, your turn.
Yeah. Walking on sunshine.
I hope this cringe doesn't roll over into 2018. But
Probably will.
I'm more cap in 2018.
I think Admiral's goal is to
Walking
get
on
rid of some cringe by the end of the year.
yeah.
Shake off some cringe.
2018. Fuck.
Recovering
There's so
cringe
much,
addict.
dude. There's a whole year, a whole freaking year to do stuff.
Why wait, dude? Why don't you start right now?
Okay, so here's my honest to God.
This is the one.
Because this is the part. This is the feeling that makes me not get anything done. I'll just wait till the New Year starts.
I'll just sit here and load my gun.
I'll just wait. Honestly, I need to stop being so lazy.
All right, that's
That's
a good one.
my good.
That's a goal. I don't know.
I'm too lazy.
I mean, you should probably be a little bit more specific, but
Like when people are like, "Admiral, let's go hang out," and I'm like, "Yeah, dude." And then 5 minutes later, "How come you never showed up?" I'm like, "It's
we're literally
weird."
in the room right next to you.
Yeah, it's
Hey, no, he's
weird.
like, come over. It's because you need to start walking on sunshine.
Yeah.
I think what I need to do is do
time to
exactly
feel
what
good.
Brick did. Is just quit my job
Bring it
And-
to work.
and just and not do anything. Just hang out. Brick, I feel like Brick's living the life right now.
Heck
Like-
no. Well, maybe.
I think you are. I feel like you are. Like you're not depressed like me, dude.
Aww.
I guess I'm depressed, but define depressed, dude.
Sad. Every
No,
day you're
dude.
crying. I'm waking up crying.
It's true though.
You're over here waking up on
like
sunshine.
that.
I'm waking up and
Bringing it back to your
crying.
favorite movie, dude. Thinking like a dinosaur. You got to think like a chicken. Half of being happy is being happy no matter what. It's like half of the chicken's happy. They're just happy because it's happy to be alive. You know?
Is it-
If
chicken
you were
really
happy
happy, though?
because you're being happy, why'd you quit your job?
Because it was making me unhappy.
Exactly.
Capiche.
Capiche?
And it wasn't like this
Kapow.
because I had like it was fun working with stuff. You know, there were certain customers I didn't necessarily like, but then there were certain things like for me the health parameters. Like I was like, I can't believe I'm breathing so much damn chemicals. I'm stuck in the area where I didn't even have the opportunity to get away from it because we were in the shop and it wasn't even a separate shop or from rooms. It was just a fucking paint room. So like, whereas if I was working at a shop, I could actually get away from the paint.
Or put a mask on.
Yeah, and here, like, it's not. I'm just sitting there in the fucking open room. It's like, dude, this is stupid. And so, like, those kind of things always kind of came back to me. And the second the pay started getting dabbled with, it's like, dude, I can struggle, like, do the same struggle like this, doing what the fuck I want, you know? And it's like, and then
Yeah.
it's like, am I struggling? Oh, wait.
Maybe
Not
not.
really, yeah.
And
it's
now
like-
you're hustling. You got a couple jobs.
Were you taking pictures of nudies?
He's taking boudoir shoots. Go to @brickbeck.com or something. I don't
It
know.
is kind of nicer. I do
Something
like that now because people are like, what do you do? I'm like, well, I got about 6-7 things I could tell you as a job. Whatever pays. Sometimes, you know, I have to
Sell yourself.
Suck a little bit of D?
unbutton a shirt or two, you know? Top down is normally the way the tried to go belly up one time and they're like, well, you just killed the vibe, bro. I'm like,
Get on out of my truck.
get on up.
Get on out!
I want to see your little belly looking like a fucking little child. It's like, oh, man.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good.
I wouldn't do that, but like, dude, if I was
Every day.
freaking just if I could sell my body, dude, I'd
If the money's right,
be shaking my buns on stage in freaking Vegas.
Dude, if I could be a Twitch girl, I would do it.
you should try, dude. You should hold it like lingerie for a long time. Don't have your face in there, and then at the very end, boom. Thanks for all your donations. Look at this beard.
Oh, God.
why you gotta be a Twitch babe? Why don't you be a fucking Twitch
Stud?
bro? Yeah, or to a Twitch stud. That's
There
a
you
good
go.
one,
I
yeah.
think that's the new goal we just set for Admir.
Dude, be like naked cowboy.
All right. By
There
the
you go.
2018, I'm going to get ripped.
Yep.
Don't
just
get ripped, dude.
No, he's gonna get ripped.
I'm gonna
and
have
he's gonna be the
icy
Twitch
nips.
guy.
That's what my Twitch account's gonna be called. Icy nips, and I'm just gonna rub ice on my nips. Be like, oh, you
Dude, be like
ladies
the
are
naked
that.
cowboy. Just be like, you have your shirt off, have the cowboy hat on,
Yep.
and you'd be rolling, dude. Just don't do any Dr. Disrespect stuff.
Oh, dude, did you hear about that guy?
Yeah, that was random.
I thought, why would he go and tell everybody that?
I don't know. That's
Why not just being like, hey guys, this is Dr. Disrespect here, and I'm telling y'all, go fuck yourselves, and I'm gone.
yeah, or just be like,
that
or
what
not
he
even
did?
say anything.
No,
Just be
dude,
like-
he cheated on his wife, and he came online and told everybody that, like, hey, I cheated on my wife, and
Oh, he
I
thought that would
lost
make it
all,
better.
and he lost, like, all his subscriptions and everything.
yeah, he's like, lost all my
Nice.
everything. I don't want to do this anymore.
Did he kill himself?
No,
No.
but it was weird though, because he's like,
At least he didn't do that.
now he's like a person. It's like, dude, we watched Dr. Disrespect. It's cool that I guess maybe he's being transparent, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know who you are. I'm watching Dr. Disrespect, you know.
Yeah.
It sounds
His
stupid, but it's
alias.
like,
His
yeah.
alias,
Yeah,
yeah.
no,
And
I
so when he did
understand.
that, it's like, dude, I mean, we would, you would,
You could have
honestly,
still
people,
made videos as
yeah,
Dr.
people-
Disrespect.
He could have been gone for like 2 months, and people have been like, oh my god, Dr. Disrespect back.
And
That
nobody would
would've
have
been
known.
it, yeah.
I think he messed up by saying that. He should have just been like, hey, this is me, Dr. Disrespect. I'm coming on here to tell you guys I ain't going to be online for a couple months. I'm going on vacation to kick some ass, take some names. I'll be
No,
back.
because then if it would have been more publicity, if like more like negative publicity, if someone would have been like, "Hey, I figured this out. This is why he's not on."
But that's not him, though.
Yeah, it's
That's
not,
his-
but it
that's not his
still
alias.
is, and people like to burn people at the stake
Yeah.
for whatever reason nowadays.
I guess.
It's like the PewDiePie thing, how he's like dropping N-bombs or whatever, but at the
hard
same
Rs.
time,
So you guys are just basically bitching about how Santa isn't real, almost. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
but
Who?
even then, like
you guys.
with the PewDiePie
He
thing,
is real.
But I like that though. It's like he did that to protect himself though too.
Yeah.
You know, so he did that, and so we're like, oh, this is that cool character, and so like they keep it going, and so it's like FPS Doug or all these people that do their kind of thing. If they stop doing it,
They did it at the right time, though, when the internet wasn't too popular.
we look at like Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah, that's a
That's a fucking
Persona?
Yeah, his name's like Greg something. He's not Larry the Cable Guy.
True.
Which is, you know, but
A
it's,
couple country
it
singers
works,
did it,
though.
too.
It-
Who's the one that sings
fucking Garth Brooks is one,
Fixing Fences?
or maybe it's Tim McGraw. Maybe
Crack-a-Cola one?
yeah, it's Garth Brooks. Yeah,
Is it Garth
The-
Brooks?
No,
That's not
Garth
Garth
Screw
Brooks.
Crack-a-Cola
is
one?
the
That's
Screw. That one.
No. The one who's like, Crack-a-Cola one? Fucking, he's like, people ask me what I do in the morning.
Yeah, get a dip.
He's like,
Oh,
get
that
a dip.
guy's cool though. That,
That
But
guy's
he's an actual
fucking
country singer.
What about what's his bucket?
oh, is he really?
Yeah, he's
Magic-
like a legitimate
Moneymaker
singer. And
Mike?
He sings, yeah.
Moneymaker Mike.
Mike.
That
And then he
guy's
sings as
cool.
like a fucking
Krispy Kreme.
hardcore redneck after that. It's pretty funny.
Well, people, there's like things like that now where,
Crack-a-Cola one?
like an art, like Post Malone, who's like a artist now. He's just like, I guess, hip hop and stuff, but it's like that new age hip hop, so it's kind of slowy, auto tuney. Mm-hmm. But he does all kinds of stuff.
Can you auto-tune me to sound good?
I wish I could.
Yeah.
Maybe. Check my level.
One of us have to sing at a time.
Grab the earpiece.
What?
There we go. You know, you touch
How
it.
come mine's not working? Do you have mine off?
Nobody cares about yours. Turn mine off so I sound normal.
Yours? Which one are you, 2 or 3?
3.
I'm Trace.
I'm 3.
Compadre. I'm 3. There we go.
So that's how it sounds. But I'm gonna try
That
to
doesn't sound very
auto-tuned.
auto-tuney, though.
Sounds
Yeah,
horrible.
we turn it back though, but we don't
Anyways.
auto-tune it. But with him,
Post Malone.
yeah, he actually was in another band. He plays guitar. He plays a bunch of different instruments. He was in like a rock band and stuff.
You can't play or hate the player. You have to hate the game, dude.
That's what I say, dude.
That's all it is.
And so like, and then now,
You know who's gonna know Post Malone's real self? His family members and a couple of friends.
yeah, that's
Everybody
true.
else in the whole wide world is gonna be like, Post Malone is this gangster,
I feel like-
woman-loving motherfucker.
And that's probably
That's
they're
it.
right though too. They shouldn't have to know everything.
Yeah,
right?
you
At
don't
the same
want
time.
people to know who you are. That's why I stay off of Facebook.
Is it 60% males, 40% females on the earth?
And
or is
that's
it the other way
why
around?
you never see Batman and me in the same room. Just saying.
Smooth. Because you guys are not friends.
No.
Oh.
We're Teletubbies.
Really, yeah, they're not friends. That's
They're
why
not
they
friends.
can't be in the same room ever.
Exactly.
I knew it.
Exactly.
That's why me and Batman and you are all best friends. Because I hang out with him sometimes. And then I hang out with you when I'm not with him.
They have
Exactly.
Bad standing reputation.
Yeah. That's so... Dude, he's such a cool guy.
He's all right.
Man.
Anyways.
Wish you'd know him.
Oh, well, I guess even with, I guess going back to that, like, Post Malone thing, when they do the... Even with
I don't
now,
even know who Post Malone is.
He probably sings like these songs like, you probably like, congratulations, or whatever. You probably have heard it, Rockstar, those songs. You probably have heard these songs, but like, he slowly kind of does other songs as well. So he plays guitar and does acoustic style. And there's people now that are like kind of getting pissed because there's artists they think that use like hip hop as a medium, or maybe it's country as a medium, whatever the genre. They pick that genre and then they enter into the genre. But that's not their way of style. But they just know that they can like do it. And so like he was like a rocker, played guitar, kind of does
That's
stuff.
like what Bam Bam Baklava.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They're like, oh, he cheated. He hopped in doing hip hop.
Action Bronson.
Yeah.
She says he's a chef. He's not a fucking hip hop artist. But guess what? His shit's fire.
Yeah,
Listen to that fool.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So they're singing country, but they're not anything.
Yeah, they're not necessarily country, but they understand.
Kind of like a
everything they
hipster.
do
They're
and
not
stuff.
hipster, but they look good in the outfit.
Kind of hipster. I guess it would be
Okay.
hipster. But then that time then is hipster bad? I guess going back to as if like they know it. Like say like they pull some hipster douche, and you're saying. And then they pull an actual, say he's a lumberjack hipster, and then they pull an actual lumberjack, and they both like know the same things. On the test, maybe are they on the thing? Because when it comes like you're right, when it comes back to like chopping the wood, they're not gonna know a fucking thing about how to split a wood. Like what's the distance to cut a tree? How far in, or what's the width to make it trip? How to fall, that kind of shit.
I don't think you make trees trip.
Yeah. Wait, that's how you do it, dude. You,
Dude, it's tree tripping, bro.
what you do, you like tie
set up a rope.
a chain way on the other side and hook to something like.
But is that an actual term, tripping a tree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Hell yeah, it is.
Damn, dude,
once
you're
a
more
month-
lumberjack than some
Yeah.
people I know.
Hell yeah, goddamn, and you're goddamn right. It's a trip in a tree. I term that T. Term and T's.
Wow.
I don't know if it is or not.
I think you're a lumberjack.
right. Yeah, it's because I wear wool.
Or a hipster lumberjack. We don't. Will we?
Oh, he knows more than a hipster.
I don't know.
Less than a lumberjack.
Wouldn't that be weird? It's like there's like a hipster. He's like wearing the lumberjack thing. He's got like a little hatchet, like on his belt or something.
He's trying to make it more
I'd be
official.
like, he's a
than more
hipster
other-
juggalo.
Walking around like a
Oh, it did not work
little
for him.
blue axe.
Did not work for him.
Nope.
Got a blue ox next to him. He's like, it's like Paul Bunyan. Or is that Paul Bunyan? The one's got the blue ox.
Yeah.
It's like really big.
I'd be like, dude, I bet his favorite drink is Fago.
Fuego.
Fuego?
Fuego. It's a fire drink. Have you ever had Fago?
No. I hear it's like Shasta, but shittier.
Jess is good. First off,
Y'all sipping on Shasta?
yeah, y'all sipping on sand. Remember that time we were?
Yo, boys, sipping on Shasta.
There's a random story we used to. We were like at the park or whatever one time.
I don't know.
randomly.
You guys told me this story.
What?
Were you there with us?
I wasn't there, dude. I don't hang out with you guys.
Don't criminalize me. What are you talking about?
Allegedly, we were at a park one time when we were younger, and
When?
allegedly we put our money together, and allegedly we put together and rolled up a beezy. And so we were sitting at the park, and everyone was blazing up or whatever, allegedly, and
Well, I never smoked, so it can't be me.
a bunch of kids come over, and they're like a bunch of these like Polynesian kids or whatever, and I guess they were gang. I don't know. I can never tell with gangs. I feel like sometimes kids will feel that they're affiliated, but they act like they are, and they're not. You're like, okay, you're really not part of this gang.
Okay.
But apparently, so these guys come up and they say they're like TCG and stuff. We knew one of the kids. And so we're like, dude, I don't say their name, but we knew who he was. And we're like, dude, we know who you are, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, hey, it's you. And so we started talking like, oh, random, So these kids come up kind of trying to be hard ass or whatever. And we're like smoking, but then we ended up knowing them. And one of the other kids in the other group who didn't say anything the whole time and stuff like that, he had looked, I think it was whoever it was, maybe
Don't drop names.
Marcus here was with us. And the kid's like, seen the drink that he had, and he's like, "Oh, y'all sipping on Shasta? You sipping on Shasta?" I said, "Man, I love that Shasta. Y'all sipping on Shasta?" And we all had Shastas, and I used to realize it and stuff. And he's like, "Y'all sipping on Shasta?" And he got like so excited that we're all fucking drinking Shastas.
It's just Shasta.
And so we're like, "All right, me and him hanging out, whatever, talking."
Did you give him a Shasta?
No, it just became the joke at the end because we were like, "Dude, he was so excited about the Shastas," and those are the things like, y'all sipping on Shasta?" Like he was like surprised, like. Yo, sipping on Shasta.
Man, I thought I was the only one who's sipping on Shasta.
Y'all know about Shasta? I mean, they only sell it in every single fucking store, but whatever.
Remember the good old days of Shasta? I remember like going in, getting up in the morning. We'd get on our bikes, go cruise to, I don't know, usually McDonald's or whatever fast food place, hit through a drive-through, scam a few coins off the ground, snag them up, pop them in the Shasta machine, get a freaking like 2 or 3 pops, and you roll out of there. And like now, it's like fucking $1.50 for like a bottle of Pepsi, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
What is this world come to?
My mom would give me quarters for like the fucking pay phone and shit randomly. She'd be like, here's a quarter or 2, you know, keep them in your pocket in case you need to make a phone call or whatever.
You go spend them on Shasta.
Bam, bam. Who wants Shasta? Fucking got 3 quarters up in this motherfucker.
I'm rocking.
Yeah.
And then an emergency happens. Shouldn't have bought that Shasta.
In emergency, you call collect call. And then what you do to get the collect. Did you ever? I remember my dad was talking about that. He's like, well, you have to make a collect call. And they tell you you're going to tell your name. Just fucking say everything you need to say in that 30 seconds. And then I'll know. And then I'll just come. He's like, say your address where it is or whatever. Because he'd be like, hey, this is Brick over here, this place. Come over here to the gas station. Okay, bye. It's like, and that was it. And so like, okay, I don't have to take the collect call. Just come over there. So I was like, that's how you like cheat the collect call.
Wait, what?
That's how you cheat the
So they
call.
call you and they're like, would you like to accept a call from? And then it plays your recording.
Like,
so Brick would
Admir.
be like,
Brick,
I'm at Admir's house, I'm fine. You know, and then he'd just be like, no, I do not accept the collect call because he knows exactly where Admir who Brick is. He's at your house.
Remember that shit when they're like, dial 1-800-COLLECT, dude, and save a fucking $1. I always remember that from a CKY thing because they made a bit of it because there's always that like old ad that would play all the time, which you'll never see now because that business is out of, you know, never going to happen again.
1-800-COLLECT.
Yeah, call 1-800-COLLECT. They made an ad that was like, dude, you just call collect and you use 1-800-COLLECT. He's like, yeah, dude. And he's like, calls up his friend. He's like, yo, dude, this dumbass over here just fucking called 1-800-COLLECT. Or 1-800 and didn't use fucking collect. Some other collect. And he's like, next thing you know, the guy shows up and beats his ass. And he like leaves. He's like, you better call 1-800-COLLECT.
And on that note, 2018 is going to be your year. Make some goals, motherfuckers.
Oh, Jesus.
Write it down on a piece of paper and put it on your wall in big ink. You want to get black paint?
I mean, you don't have to do that because sometimes it could be embarrassing.
Your goal,
that
But
could
just
be
do whatever
embarrassing.
you want to do. Put it in your notepad, carry it around with you. Make sure you check it at least 25 times in a year. And get to there, all right?
But here's something I do like know is why people, when you set a goal and you don't, like people like to tell others. If that makes sense.
Well, that's why I told you guys to say it out loud because now you have to do it. Admir, you have
What
to
was
quit
my
your
goal?
job and you have to get butt naked and sell yourself or something.
Oh, yeah, that's
and
right.
Brick,
Yeah.
every day is a
Sounds about right.
sunshine day, so...
Yeah, walking on sunshine.
I'm walking on sunshine.
And,
Man, it feels good.
yeah.
That
Get out
does
there,
help, though.
folks.
Writing down I will say that, dude. I just started doing that last few months. I've been writing down shit and then just, like, pinning them up on boards, like, dumb. So I have my cork boards and shit of, like, what it just needs to be done. Fuck. I didn't realize how much I forget shit. Like, I just, like, put that up and be like, oh, yeah, I do have to post that thing. But pull it down. Fucking dude.
Well, you have a cork
That's
board at
easy.
home, but you don't have a cork board here. So when we freaking podcast,
Anyways,
Dude.
goals. Set them,
Yeah,
hit
that's
them.
our- that's our
Don't make them
pod.
impossible, but make one impossible.
I also want to finish learning
Because,
this
you know
language.
what? There was
I like that.
a couple of guys who couldn't fly, and then one day they were flying,
And then they died.
eventually.
Yeah,
But
changed the
not
world
because they were
that day,
flying.
yeah.
So
Yeah, because they
World
couldn't
never
fly.
was the same.
get out there and make some changes. We love you all. Have a good and safe new year.
Don't be like Icarus and fly too close to the sun.
Don't be that mother waxy guy.
Hell yeah. Keep kicking ass. Bring it on.
Stop shooting. Why? Because you're gonna damage that beard. I like shooting. Well, you better get yourself some damn beard oil. Is that like a shield for my beard? It can be. You need, basically, it's a protective layer. It keeps your hair in the dry climate and altitude from the curdling break. You're gonna need that. Yeah, you're gonna need it. You get a little crusty old dirt in your mouth. It falls right out. Nice and smooth and shimmery. Where do I get it? You go to breakanderson.com. You can click on the band beard oils and just go to use the promo code Last Minds. Last Minds, 15%. Alright, I'll go there right now. And don't be afraid to just keep adding everything you want to the cart. Hold it. I'll put 2 of them.